Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am 40 weeks and 4 days today. I'm just gonna be eating because I'm hungry. Anyways, okay, I guess this is kind of like a last update. I'm not gonna really be talking about like my symptoms, but more so like what the heck happened to me at 38 weeks. So, where should I start? Okay, so right when I turned like 38 weeks, I was feeling like pressure down there, and I thought it was regular, like pelvic pressure from baby girl descending. But then like it like just became kind of more intense, and then I thought it was, sorry if it gets darker, it's because like it's super late and yeah. But anyways, let me hurry up before the sun goes down. Okay, so then I thought it was like my hemorrhoids, and then just like every single day it got worse and worse, and like it progressed to feeling as if I had a broken tailbone. And I've never had a broken tailbone, but you can imagine what that would feel like. And it was just like so painful. It literally crippled me. Like I was handicapped. Like I literally would have to lay in bed in a side position for it to somewhat get some relief. If I like changed positions in bed, if I got up, if I walked, if I used the bathroom, it was excruciating pain. So, and I'm like communicating with like my midwives and my doula, and like at first we all thought it was just like regular. Okay, you guys can see me. You guys, I don't know if I like this hair. This is not what it's not what I envisioned for like giving birth and postpartum. I don't know why. I don't know. It's just not what I wanted, so I might take it out. I don't know. Let me know if you think I should keep it in. But anyways, what was I saying? So at first we all thought, you know, this is just regular pelvic pressure, but then like it got so intense and like where it literally crippled me. Tylenol wasn't helping. So my midwife was like, this is not normal. And so Thursday of last week, I was like, I can't take this anymore. Like we need to go to the ER. We went to MCV ER. They sent me to labor and delivery, and I literally had to wait 2 hours for a doctor to see me. Like they gave me a room and a nurse took my vitals and stuff, but it literally took 2 hours for a doctor to come in and talk to me. And the thing is, they didn't even look at my butt, which is where the pain was. They were just kind of going off of what I was saying and came up with like a baseless diagnosis. So they said it's most likely pubic diastasis, which we all now know that's like, sorry guys, my freaking tripod broke and now the camera's like taped to the tripod. I'm gonna have to order a new one. I think it's normal wear and tear because I've had it for a couple of years. But sorry for the camera. Okay, but anyways, so I thought at least like they would give me some hardcore drugs to like relieve the pain. Nope. They said continue taking Tylenol. They said do heat therapy and massage with essential oils, and I was just like, are you kidding me? Like I'm in pain right now. So it was just like kind of devastating for them. I hate that this is crooked. It was devastating for them to send me home. Yeah, so I went home and I was talking to my midwives, and I think the plan was for Monday to like be transferred back to the OB that I had at the beginning of my pregnancy. So that they could possibly do an induction or C-section, because at this point everyone thought it was the baby weight, the extra fluid in my, you know, my stomach and my uterus. But so yeah, that was the plan. But oh my god, this is like so ghetto. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, and so so then I was supposed to wait till Monday to like call my old OB to like figure out something. But Sunday I was like, I cannot do another day of this freaking pain. So then we went to a different hospital, St. Mary's, which my midwife suggested. That's where they usually transfer their patients. So we went to St. Mary's, and they already talked to the OBs there. And so when I got there, I was so sure we were gonna do a C-section and that I would see baby girl that night. But like the doctor, the OB came in, and she was like, how do you go from wanting to give birth in a birth center to wanting a C-section? And I was like, I've been in pain for a week. There's no way that like I can go on anymore. Like, you have to get her out. And she was like trying to like, I guess like, I don't know, she wasn't as easily accepting of my request to like have a C-section. And that's totally like, that's like, she was in the right to do that, because a C-section is, you know, a serious surgery and you don't want to just, you know, jump into it. As she was talking to me, and she was like, well, we actually don't do elective C-sections on the weekend. You would have to schedule it later in the week. And I was just like, oh my god. And then we were also like discussing induction, and that sound like just so painful on top of the pain that I was already feeling. So it was just, I was just like, I was crying in pain in bed. And I wish my husband was telling this story too, because I feel like he can fill in some gaps of whatever I'm forgetting. But I was just in so much pain. I was like, please get her out. And the OB there, she was like trying to figure out from what the symptoms I was telling her. She was like, she was like, I can't speak. She thought it was hemorrhoids, or that it could be hemorrhoids. And I was like, these are not hemorrhoids. I've had hemorrhoids before. Like, this is like excruciating pain. I feel like my sacrum, my tailbone, it's broken. I feel like the pain like radiated to the rest of my pelvis. Like, I could not, it's painful, like moving and standing up and walking and all of that stuff. Like, hemorrhoids, I don't think they handicap you like that. And even if they did, it's like, someone do something, because this is an emergency. So at first she was like giving suggestions on how to like help my hemorrhoids, and I was like, it was just awful, because I feel like nobody was like really listening to me or helping me. And then they saw that I had a fever, and it was like steadily going up, and I was like shaking at this point from the pain. So I'm like shaking, my fever is going up. So they took my blood. They gave me a Percocet. It did not help the pain. They gave me morphine. It still did not help. My blood work came back pretty normal, but they were really concerned about my fever. It was like at 102 something at this point. And so that like kind of told them that my body was trying to fight off an infection. So at that point, she suggested that at that point, she suggested that the general surgeon at the hospital come look at me to get his like kind of consultation. And so he finally came in and he like wrote down everything I was saying. And then he looked at the area. He was like pressing, and this is the first time that anyone like actually, you know, looked at my ass to like see what the problem was. So he like was down there like poking around, asking like, where does it hurt? And so then he concluded that like I had an abscess that needed to be drained. So that's when the procedure happened. He like cut me open, and apparently all of this pus and blood and just like all of this disgusting bacteria like fell out of me like a waterfall. Like, he said it was so much. Like, my parents and my husband were there when my dad was my dad left the room, understandably. But my mom and my husband were in there, and they were all like, everyone was shocked at like how much came out. And I could like hear it, I could feel it, I could smell it, and it was immediate relief. Like, as soon as it was draining out of me, I felt immediate relief. So it's called like a perineal abscess or something. You can get it in your butt or like your groin area or like your armpits, and I can't remember the cause, but I mean, it's basically, I don't know, somehow I got infected, and it grew in like a week, and like it was awful. But that is like, I wanted to marry that surgeon. I was just like, thank you so much, because it was just, I don't know, like a full week of like being in pain, and like it was like the best day of my life. Anyway, so he drained it, and then I had to stay at the hospital for like another 2 or 3 nights just to make sure my fever was gone, that they gave me like antibiotics, and I was like on pain meds, and they had to like pack, like they had to, and this went on for like the next week. Every single day I had to do like 3 sitz baths, but between those sitz baths they had to like pack that where the incision was, where the like pocket of like where the abscess was, they had to like pack it with gauze so that it would heal from the inside out. And it wasn't, sometimes it was painful, but it was just, I think more mentally and emotionally, I was just over like being in pain and being poked at, and like, but I'm so grateful that like the doctors were able to finally figure out what was wrong with me, and it was totally unrelated to pregnancy. And I feel so bad that we were like blaming it on Isabel, and she had nothing to do with it. And thank goodness she was good throughout all of it, like unaffected. I hate that she had to get so many drugs, but through it all, like, she was fine, and I'm so grateful for that. But yeah, so like a full-on week or so after the procedure, I had to like have my mom, mostly my mom, my husband. I didn't want my husband to do it because he was like hurting me, but they like took care of me, and you know, did the packing and unpacking of the gauze, and it was just crazy. Who gets an abscess like a couple weeks before they give birth? And I'm kind of like hoping that because I went through all that pain, that childbirth will be like a piece of cake now, because I literally was like using my breathing techniques throughout, like every single day, to get through the pain. The only things that would help was my breathing techniques, being completely still, on my side in the bed and like hot showers on the abscess. I just cannot. I'm so grateful. Anyways, I'm pretty much completely healed now. I don't have to like pack the pocket, the incision anymore. It's like completely closed up now, which is great, which means I can possibly still do a water birth. So during all of this, I was like so ready to have a C-section, to be induced, to get an epidural, because there's no way I could have dealt with that pain and the pain of childbirth. But now that I'm healed, I've gone back to my original plan of like laboring at home as long as possible, and then going to the birth center once I'm in active labor. So I feel good about that. And if for whatever reason I want an epidural, I'll easily just transfer it back to the hospital. But I feel good. I'm like better now, and yeah, we're just waiting on baby girl. It's a full moon tonight and a meteor shower. It's like a super moon. So I don't know. I'm wondering if that's gonna have like effect on her coming. My symptoms have been, I would say since Saturday, today's Thursday, I've been having on and off contractions. They're so random, but yeah. And yeah, I just hope that sooner or later it like turns into real labor. Since I've learned that first time moms usually don't go into labor until like 41 weeks. I need to end this video. Since learning that first time moms usually don't give birth into 41 weeks or even 42, I've had the mindset that she's probably not gonna come till like after the 14th. But I don't know, we'll see. Like overall, like I'm fine, and like she can come whenever she wants, whenever she's ready. But I have my moments where I'm like, okay, you can come out now, because she's just so big, and like you can tell she doesn't have any more room. Like her legs and her feet are like poking out, and yeah. And I'm like officially on maternity leave from both my jobs, so I'm literally here with my mom. We're just like waiting around, and yeah, I might send her home because it's not fun just waiting around. So I feel like I should just go on with my life and just you know. I hope that I remembered to say everything in this video. My next video will be the birth vlog, and then I'll do like a birth story where I like sit down and tell you guys my experience, and you get to meet Isabel. I'm just like so excited and so ready. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about like the abscess whole thing, and just, I don't know, any questions in general, you can let me know in the comments, or you can DM me on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, because that will be the first place to find out when Isabel arrives. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will show you my belly at 40 weeks and 4 days. Ugh. There she is. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Comment down below, and I will see you in my next video.